Looks like we got the word ahead, which is religion. And I think I'd like to get a little bit more high before I talk about religion. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm doing that, once again, a medical marijuana podcast show. I got my weed license and everything. I am a trained professional. Kids, don't try this at home. I mean, not every day. Yes, sir, son. Let's do Absolutely Ridiculous. Gotta bring out that app. Now, if you don't know, you about to know. I was looking for some things to talk about on the show, because I'm doing a show. It's a podcast. I set up a hotline, and I'm not really getting a direction on where to go, so sometimes I find myself with nothing to say, and I was like, there's got to be an app for this, and of course, there's an app for everything. So I found this app, and it randomly generates a question. Had fun with it last week. Let's check it out. Can we try not to touch our phones for half an hour? And the answer to that is we can't, because we got to do the show. I got to refer to some notes, and you got to fast forward to some kind of bullshit or check your thing. You're on your phone right now, unless you're on the TV. If you're watching on the TV, try not touching your phone, but I'm going to need to. If you were to be notable for something, what would it be? God, I hate these ones that make you think about life. It's not really fair. Why'd you gotta remind me of life, man? And the question is, if you were to be notable for something, what would it be? I think it would just be my sense of humor. If anybody remembers me from some point in their life, they're like, yo, that dude was off the chain. Yeah, I mean, I could go back into my yearbooks right now, middle school and everything, and they're just like, yo, you're a weird dude. You're funny as hell. And I think, I'd be notable for that. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy? Well, I know I would be dividing some money with me and my family. But let's talk, it's asking what's the first thing you would buy with your riches, right? Let's just say I could buy something, and I could buy fucking anything, man. That would be a Back to the Future DeLorean, the DMC, whatever it is, the Back to the Future car, man. I'd get a DeLorean, and it would be customized with all that stuff, man. That car has an interesting story behind it, man. I think it's on Netflix or some other stuff, but it's called Back in Time, and it's a documentary on that DeLorean, the DeLorean time machine that Marty and Doc travel around time with, right? A lot of people make them, and that's a really cool documentary. But don't stop watching my show. No, keep watching my show. I'm gonna be funnier for like a little bit. I promise, show will get better. But like later on, when you're not watching my show, you should watch Back in Time. So I'd buy a DeLorean. Do you consider yourself to be a good person? Yeah, I'm a pretty good person. You know, I think when you have self-esteem issues, you have to remind yourself to actively do some things good for other people. So that to remind you that you're a good person, because sometimes you're a good person, but you forget if you have depression or whatever. And so, like, if I'm ever doubting whether I'm a good person or not, I'll just like buy somebody lunch or something. I see somebody in the restaurant plaza that I hang out at. If I see somebody taking out the garbage, sometime I'll just take the garbage from them and do a walk around and throw it in the dumpster for them. You know, just like random nice shit to do. Am I a good person? I consider myself to be a good person, capable of bad things. This says, did you like it? Did I like what? You guys, like, while I wasn't paying attention, did my smartphone bang me? It's a weird question. I'll just think about the last time, and I did like it. Now we get into different types of questions, because this is kind of built for people to do, and not necessarily for me to do alone. It says, what's your first impression of me? Sometimes I turn them around on you. What's your first impression of me? Weird dude, right? Maybe I gave you one of my cards for the show. Maybe you saw the sticker on the back of my car that says BWJP radio. So that question's for you. And if you have an answer, you can call the Disciple Hotline, 954-580-FUNK. This one says, in your opinion, what is the best Disney movie to come out since Disney's golden age? I'm going to pick a cartoon one. I really like the one where they did Robin Hood. And Robin Hood was like a fox or something. Gonna go speed round. What's one of your favorite childhood memories? And the answer is, I can't remember my childhood. Was there enough room for Jack on that floating door that saved Rose? What the fuck does that question mean? The Rolling Stones or the Beatles? The Beatles, of course. Speed round is fun. What is the last book you read? Norm Macdonald, based on a true story. What do you hate the most about modern dating? It's so fake on those dating apps. It's scary. I've met monsters. Who has impacted you the most in life? All due respect to my parents, Norm Macdonald is the answer. What is your most bizarre talent? I can break VHS tapes over my head for days until I start bleeding open.
Behold the King, the King of Kings.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather? Cold weather, which sucks because I'm in Florida. Do you consider yourself a morning person or a night owl? I think I kind of operate in between those two descriptions. I'm neither one. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm the middle donkey in that equation. Has a song ever made you cry? Silverchair, Love Your Life, Every Time. And the last one is Speed Round. I'm done with that. That was fun. This whole thing is fun. I like it. This one says, do you feel things deeply? I do. I do feel things deeply. Which can be a blessing or a curse. I think I just recorded an absolutely ridiculously long, absolutely ridiculous segment. Woo!